I decided to go underground or go back to school.
Did you bring those lessons to this album?
I think so.
Do you have an example of a song that you say, well, I couldn't have made or done this song, 15 to 20, 25 years ago?
Yeah, the last song on the album, Lord I'm Coming, which is, in the true sense of the word, Gothic, not in the cliched 1980s sense, in the true sense. It is a very Gothic sort of poem, cinematic poem, but the voice and the performance is there. Every word is heard. And I couldn't have been able to control that. My head would have been exploding 20 years ago, 15 years ago. So I learned that. But what I refuse to do is let the knowledge be the boss. When I went in to make this album, I had, over the 15 years, I was always writing and melodies and ideas, and I have a big bag of songs at home, like in some sort of cupboard somewhere. And I took them out and I recorded most of the album in my own home. And I didn't know exactly what the album was going to be. And I brought in a producer to work with me and have perspective. But it was important to get lost in the music, not to be too anal and too controlling. The way a lot of music today is made, almost like music by numbers. It's too contrived. So I still had to sort of go, I know this. And even being 50, and even being in the music industry, or the music business, or whatever you call it, for the last 25, 30 years, you know a lot of shit. You know stuff. So you have to sort of convince yourself that you're making your first album again. So I had to get lost in the music and get that thing going. But within there, the burning thing of like, yes, this is it, but let's pull it back and restrain it, and then push the music to be the melodrama, not you, and things like that.
What's the oldest song on the album? The oldest song on the album?
Written?
Yeah?
The oldest song was probably the first song I wrote after my father died. It's called Blame.
How old is the song?
5 years old. It was
This-
written very minimally, acoustically. They were all recorded in the last year or so, you know. But it's about 5 years old. Yeah.